Hello guys, hello, good morning. Flipping heck, I'm so tired, so tired. And it just really feels to me very strongly that, because this is the kind of tired that is, it's the kind of tired that you feel when you're being fed off of, you know, when you're being used as a battery, basically. And just in the last couple of weeks, this is just, you know, this is the awakening as it on goes, you know, the revelations, the insights, as you purge and alchemize through the internal layers. Every time you complete another layer, you have more clarity, more of the cobwebs are removed, your vision becomes clearer. This is, and one of the things that comes to me even more clearly now, even more starkly, is how many fucking empty vessels we are literally surrounded with. We really are, guys. The amount of creatures that pose as actual souled human beings, pretending to be empaths, pretending to be soul travelers, whatever, but who have absolutely no empathy, and you catch them out. That is where you catch them, guys, every time. Because they're very good at taking, at receiving, at wanting, at thirsting for your attention and your energy and your compassion. Yeah? And they take it and lap it up. And they come at you with their dramas and with their, you know, with their weird shit. And at first you really just fall for it again, because you know, so a true soul traveler works from the basis of compassion, of empathy. And those are just words, because it's far more than that. It's far more than that. It is an acute knowing that you care very deeply, and that is intrinsic to your nature so very much, that the notion that you live in a world of parasites that somehow want that from you, they want to elicit that from you, and they'll manipulate you and gaslight you to that end. They want it. Your compassion, your love, your empathy, your innate, that warm, deep, heartfelt love that a true soul traveler is. They want it. They want it. But they will never reciprocate. And once they've had it of you, they drop you like a stone and move on. Because they know that you, being a soul traveler, sooner or later, and probably sooner rather than later, you're going to work out that, oh, you're a narcissist. Yeah. And you realize you've been had again. And every time that happens, it is so profoundly painful. You know? Because you think, wow, because you're made to feel as if your love, your compassion, your empathy, your true nature is your weakest link. It's your weakness. It's a weakness. Because that is what this realm is. It's like, well, it's a weakness. Love is weak. Compassion is weak. They, the others, are hollow, and they are demons. Yes, they are. Because I was the one that sent the green wizard that little video. And and I may post it in a drop down box below this video. And even as I sat down this morning to make this video, there was a strong anti-force, and I can feel it now. But it has to be exposed. It has to be spoken of. It has to be exposed. There is a true soul traveler. There are the very few of us souled beings, soul travelers, who are made of love. That is what we are made of, right? So when I was out on my bike and I came across a wounded bird by the roadside, and I held the bird in my arms and she died, that reverberates throughout my entire being. That is beyond words. I can't go into words with regards to that, but it does things to me. It does things to a truly souled being, a soul traveler, to live in this realm. It does that, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. We are so intrinsically and profoundly different. It's like the brightest light to the densest, most oily, viscous, putrid darkness that is the others, which is what I'm going to call them in this video. And it's when you've fallen for it again. Oh God, it's such a horrendous, horrible feeling. It really just is. It's like, oh my God. You give it because you care. You give that love and that compassion, that I know, I understand what it's like to go through that. And, you know, I feel that. I've been there. I understand. And it's like, yeah, gimme. And like, oh, you know. And then boom, that's it. You're out the window. Because they know that you're going to unmask them as a fucking demon soon. You just will. You're going to work out, oh, I get it, yeah. And for some reason, I don't know why, because what difference would it make whether you unmask the fuckers or not? Whether you say, right, you're a demon. I can see that now, clearly. And you just wanted to feed on my light for a bit. And now you've had your little fucking frenzy, feeding frenzy. You're off for the next one. You're already on the lookout for your next quarry, as it were, you know. Sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes months, and for some of us, even when we were really in unawareness, it has taken years. It is by our very nature and us existing in this realm, which is the exact polar opposite of what a soul traveler is. And I wrote it down even, but again, this is something that you can't really put into words. What I wrote down was this: there is an absolute absence of actual good feeling, meaning of this intrinsic knowing of who and what you are, which is warmth, which is eternal, infinite harmony, goodness, power, love, creativity, inspiration, or this I can feel it, albeit in a vague sense that I cannot as yet really tune into, but I know it and I feel it. It's my intrinsic nature. The compassion I have for animals and for nature, and when I see suffering and how much that deeply affects me, all of that, how I want to swoop in and try and help and hold them and comfort them, and all of that is used against us. It is used against us by these fucking demons. There is an absolute absence of natural wholeness, powerfulness, bliss, creativity, feel good just in being. Here we exist, soul travelers, in an inverted state. So we need, and this is reinforced on a daily basis by the others, the mundane reality reinforcement officers, even those people that you thought were soul, those people with those YouTube channels that you thought were so amazing. And they turn around, they do this video, and it's like, whoa. So now you're saying that suffering is necessary. Oh, wow. Because the Green Wizard sent me one. It was like, yeah, I used to be subscribed to that guy, and it's like, wow, nice bit of gaslighty nonsense. There's another demon. So in order for a soul traveler to exist here, I guess, to stop ourselves from going into the abject horror, we need to constantly seek to alleviate that feeling of this is all wrong, I feel so absolutely horrific and so absolutely fucking dreadful here. I need to alleviate that feeling. I need to alleviate it, this agony, because we vaguely remember the fullness of being we existed in. We vaguely remember it, and the more you awaken, the more you know it, the more you feel it. You see? So we do what we've been taught, what we've been mind controlled to do by the mundane reality reinforcement officers, because they all do that. Only they don't have that sense of having been ripped away from their true state of being and put in hell. No, this is their world. So they think it's wonderful, but they show us that entertainment, food, drugs, sex, consumerism, exercise addiction, etc, 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 buying shit, all of that is, you know, it's to induce temporarily that fullness feeling, that you know, that fake sense of oh everything is okay, you know, that feeling that you get of, oh, today's my last day at my slave job, and then I have 2 weeks of holiday and we're going to go to the, I don't know, the seaside. Oh, that feels so good. The only feeling of goodness that you get here is a temporary absence of trouble and strife, but the trauma is always there for a soul traveler. And one of the biggest problems as well for a soul traveler here is the constant betrayal. Now, it's interesting because this has been coming up for me a lot lately, and I know that I'm dealing with yet another layer, because we go through the layers and something else is coming up here, and it's the betrayal factor that's been really coming up for me the last couple of days. School, family, I mean, I was severely betrayed by my family. They were all narcissists, demons, whatever they are. And it was all gaslighting, manipulation, and it was all about making me feel like I was this really bad, putrid individual. Guilt and shame, you're bad, when it was them, because that is what they do, these demons. That is what their task here is. To project their innate, evil, filthy, disgusting, sinful nature onto us and make us feel it is us. That is what they do. That is, you know, school, society, every imaginable way, and literally in my mind, just memories are coming up, memories of instances and interactions and the betrayals, the way I've been stabbed in the back so many times. I've put my trust in people, I've given them my love, my compassion, my sympathy, I understand what you're going through, wow, I feel that, you know, all of that. And how I mean, I remember years back, I had a friend who was in a really abusive relationship. It was really bad. And they were having a party in their home, and he was in the they were in the bathroom, and he was laying into her like you wouldn't believe. So I kicked him, grabbed her, took her home with me, spent the whole night awake with her while she was crying and wailing and talking about it and letting it all out. The next day she went straight back to me, and they came and threw a brick through my window, and they were all like that, and I was Satan. That sort of thing. That's a sort of example of ultimate betrayal. They do this to a soul traveler over and over and over again. It is done specifically to pull the rug from beneath our feet. It's a type of gaslighting to totally and utterly demoralize a soul traveler, because you feel like a total idiot. You think, how the fuck could I have been so stupid as to give you my sympathy, my compassion, my empathy? How could I have done that? How could I have allowed myself to care? And yet here I am with a knife stuck in my back. And you know, you wake up, and then you start to go within, and you work through the light. You get better and better and better at recognizing when you're dealing with yet another one of the others, the narcissist, parasite, demon, scum that they are. All mimics, all of them, they're all mimics, guys. That is what they are. Oh boy, they are so fucking good at it. They are so good at it, and it's all done on purpose, and it's all done to demoralize us. They hate us so fucking much for what we are on an intrinsic, powerful, radiant fucking level. They want what we are, but they can never have it, they can never be it. But they need to keep us tethered here, because we are the generators that keep this shit going. That is what I feel. Oh God, I'm so exhausted. I am literally mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically so exhausted. I sat there at the side of the road with that poor bird in my arms, and it died in my arms. Because they drive their cars and they don't care when they see a rabbit or a fox or a bird. They don't care, they just knock them down. They just drive right over them. They don't give a shit at all. They don't care. There's such good mimics, you know. There was one in my life a year ago that, yeah, I thought, yeah, you're warm, you know, it's good, we have a connection. And boom, and it just all revealed itself to be not good, not right, not at all, and I was totally taken in by it. Often enough, because, you know, a true soul traveler cannot exist without love. We need love. We're so bereft because we've been so severely abused and betrayed and outcast, right? And we often enough all the time exist in a state where we don't even realize that we need to give that to ourselves first and foremost, because when you've been taught you're so disgusting and you're so worthless and you're bad and all of that over and over and over again, when you've been betrayed and manipulated and gaslit by these demons over and over and over again, and there's so much self-hate and so much you know, like almost like multiple personality disorder. You're that fractured and broken and traumatized that you don't know how to love yourself at all. You exist in a state of such terrible pain and agony that you start to imagine the world is something that it really isn't in order to get your needs met, that people are something they really aren't. And then you let yourself open for, guess what, even more demonic abuse. Yeah, even more, because you're so needy, because you don't know how to love yourself, And that is why I know that this awakening is very meaningful. Because that self-love, that I have my own back, I see and I understand more and more and more and more and more what is going on here. And I can see the attacks. I can see how you're trying to tell me that I'm the narcissist, I'm the psychopath, and I'm the one, and I'm the evil one and the guilty one, and I should just commit suicide because I'm so worthless, I don't deserve to exist. But I know that you're a motherfucking liar. Because I see what you are, and I see what's been going on there. And yeah, I might have gotten it wrong again, but hey, guess what? I'm going to utilize that. The utilization protocols, guys. Because you see, evil would never want us soul travelers to be doing what we are doing here, to be going through this incredible process of alchemy here. Evil would not want that. Evil would not want us to love ourselves more and more and more fiercely, radiantly, day by day by day. Evil would not want us to have our perception cleared, our consciousness, our perception, which is what that is. That is power to see and understand exactly what is going on here. More and more and more. Evil, because this is like, there's this YouTube channel. It's a woman, an astrologist, and I used to like it a lot. And I've just in the last couple of weeks totally gone off it, because I was listening to her today, and then I was looking at the comments beneath it, and I'm like, wow. Oh yeah, my wife and I activated last year and we are building our light ship. That is what evil wants. Evil wants fake spirituality, false light, narcissistic fucking parasite demons pretending to be beings of light. And it's all so sweet and innocuous, but it's putrid, rotting hell filth. Is what it is, people. And here we are, the soul travelers, and yes, we swear a lot, and yes, we're rough diamonds, yeah, but we're fucking real, and we're honest, and we're gonna call it what it is. We've been outcast. We've had numerous hundreds of knives stuck in our back after our compassion and our sympathy and our love was snatched out of us, and all that sympathy and love and compassion ought to be going here now anyway, guys. From now on, and this is you see, this is the double-edged sword, because you think to yourself, well, from now on I'm going to have to be super ultra careful. I can never ever just get involved with anyone. Not that I was really doing that anyway, but we cannot afford to take anything and anyone at face value anymore, guys, because the mimics are that good that they actually have you believing you're dealing with a soul traveler. The matrix adjusts itself according to the level of our awakening, because it knows it has to, in order to keep siphoning off our energy, because that is what the matrix needs to continue to broadcast itself, you see. So it does that. It's become ever more good at watching our consciousness, chucking it all at us, like baiting us, obstructing us, tormenting us in every fucking imaginable way it does. I mean, that day with the bird, it wasn't just a bird, there were 3 dead rabbits by the side of the road. It was all of that, and it knows, the matrix knows that it traumatizes the fuck out of me with that type of thing, so it puts it there, it chucks it at me. Everything is being done to keep us in an abject state of grief and all kinds of energetic states, right? I mean, and oh man, the narcissistic machinations have really upped the ante. They are better now than they've ever been before, and you really just fall for it and think, wow, yeah, this is a real soul traveler. But no, sorry, they ain't. They swoop in, they grab a piece of you, which you willingly hand over because you think you're dealing with a soul traveler, and then that's it, they're gone, they don't care. And it's all done for one reason only, and that is to make you feel weak and stupid. You know, to make you feel like, you know, everything that you feel after such an event. The thing is that they can never win, because soul travelers are so inherently powerful that we will use this to our advantage. And for me, what it shows me is the betrayal factor, and that is a kind of new nuance that's coming up for me now, that I'm gonna feel and alchemize. Because that is one type of weaponry, energetically, that is very much used against us, because the more we are betrayed, the less we're able to trust. The more trauma becomes impacted within us, the less we trust ourselves, and that is the name of the game. They don't want us to trust ourselves, because it's like, well, I can't trust myself because I allowed that demon to abuse me, and I allowed that demon to abuse me. You know what I mean? And that is why the Matrix ups the ante and comes out with these people that, wow, they say all the right things, you know, and they seem so spiritual and so wonderful and so this and so that, and, you know, whatever. And they're not. They're empty. There was one, this was quite some time ago, but it was this woman, and it was like, oh, because I'm an empath and I'm such a good person and blah, and, you know, you can trust me. And then I saw, because she was a photographer, like going out there in nature and taking photos. And at this point I'd already worked out that she was a covert narc, a demon, actually quite a nasty individual. I saw something, how she treated an animal, and that was like, okay, you're a demon, you're a narc. I looked at her photography, and in every single fucking photo that she took, there was either a chemtrail or an electricity pylon. Go figure. We soul travelers need to hone our skills when it comes to identifying narcissists. They are demons. Let's just call them that, guys, because that is what they are. They are demons, they are minions of the Matrix, and they are very, 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 very good, increasingly so. As we, soul travelers, awaken more and more and more, become more and more and more sussed, see and understand intuitively with every part of our being exactly what is going on and what is happening here. It's all happening, it's all there. For any true soul travelers, and again, if you're not going within, then you probably don't want to, you know, be on this channel anymore, because you're not a soul traveler. True soul travelers are doing exactly what I've been talking about here. That is it. The Green Wizard is a shining example of that sort of thing. You know, it is true introspection. It is truth, and you know it because you feel it, and because it radiates outward. It is truth. It is truth in the spoken. It is truth in the action. It is truth in the words. It's truth in the energy, the energetic resonance. You know it, you feel it. I can tell it by the comments people leave. There are people that leave comments beneath my videos that I know are soul travelers, because I feel them, and their words are genuine. They are genuine. Whereas I get comments from narcissists, and I know, because it's like, you're plastic, you're not real, or you're a demon. I know. It's an incredible thing. You know, we literally exist in this realm. And we, from the very get-go, we have been tortured and abused and tormented, people. Because our true state of being, it's not just a place, guys, yeah? It's not just the golden world. No, it's what we are. As I said at the beginning of this video, we are love, you see? And they hate us for it. They really fucking do. Because the power of love, that intrinsic, that power, and love is just a word, it's so much bigger than that. It is infinite, it is everything. And then you get these demons, these mimics, these demons that hate us with a rabid frenzy. We have to, hone our discernment abilities, people, because we must, because people are not what we want them to be. No, they are what they are, not what we want them to be. You may want people, you may come across this YouTube channel or across that person in the aisles of your supermarket talking about how they're against vaccinations and whatnot, and you may want them to be real and you may want them to be solid, but they're not, and they're not, and they're not. They are put right there in front of you in your world to engage you, to entangle you, because they want to feed, you see? So they're put in your path for a reason. So everybody you meet, whether that's online or whether that is in your actual field, your world, whatever, you have to ask yourself, what is really going on here? Who is this person? Are they sold? Are they not sold? What am I feeling? And give it time. Don't feel the need to get involved with something or someone straight away, but rather, because the narcs are always in a hurry. They want it now. They don't want it tomorrow. They want it yesterday. Do you understand? It's like, oh, here's all my drama, here's all my drama, here's all my drama, here's all my drama. Give me what I want right now. I want your sympathy, I want your compassion, I want your time, and I want your money. They always want money as well, I've noticed this. I want your praise, and I want this, and I want that. A lot of them play the short con. Most of them play the short con because they're very, very desperate to feed. Some of them, though, play the long con. So they'll be love bombing you for fucking months. Oh, you're so great, and you're ace, and you're this, and you're that, and who and are, and and they have you going for a while there, because they're more subtle. They're more subtle. And they talk to you. They give you, I went through this experience, and it made me feel so bad, because, I felt so bad for her, but then you see how they treat their animals, and you think, whoa, that's a bit, like, what the fuck? You see how they treat their dog, how they pull on the leads. Come on! Whoa, I watch people, I really pay attention, and I realise now, today, in this moment, more than ever before, that I can't take anything for granted anymore. I cannot allow myself to take people, I say people, let's call them what they are, demons, at face value. I can't do it. Because time and time and time again, and literally my consciousness now, right now, is going back to, 1996, the 3rd of January, remember? 1973, you were 5 years old. Do you remember what happened there? Literally casting its silvery spider web over my life and maybe past lives. All the betrayals. Not to sit there and fester in vengeance, guys, but to hone my skill. You see? That is what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is moving beyond it. It's not about tolerance or saying it's okay, not at all. It's evil, it's demonic filth. Forgiveness is about taking your power back. Forgiveness is about rising above the psychopath frequency, guys. That is what it is. Because we live in a toxic sea, and we're surrounded by demons. They are demons. I know this now. So I'm not going to call them, well, I probably still will call them narcissists. But they're demons because they play these fucking games and they're mimics and they, oh boy, they're good at it. They're so good at it, and they entangle you, and then you find out that, oh, you've been had, and it knocks you for six. And that is what it really is all about, because yeah, the matrix gets to keep existing on your fuel, and you are being demoralized, and you find it really difficult to get back to a place of self-trust, and you feel that really heavy black sense of, oh god, evil always wins. Because let's face it, guys, look what's happening on the external plane here. Demonic filth. And these COVID passports, and you can see where this is going, because a friend of mine, he said, well, that's not going to happen because they'd have to have security guards everywhere and people would have to show their COVID passport. And I'm like, no mate, you don't get it. That is exactly it. They say, well, that would be too difficult. I tell you what, we'll everybody get a microchip, and all your data will go on your microchip, and you have to have a vaccination twice a month. You see where all that's going, or rather, in the hell realm of the demons, which we do not belong there. Now, yesterday, I sat down, something said, sit down and watch The Matrix. I've got all the Matrix films on my external. And I sat down, and something said, get a pen, get a little book. So I did that. And I watched the whole Matrix and sort of decoded it a bit. So I'm going to be doing that video within the next week, if I feel up to it. Because I have never ever watched The Matrix in that way before. But it was an incredibly interesting experience. And I'm really happy I did, because it spoke to me. It really did, in a big, big way. And it showed me so much. And I've written it all down, so I'm going to do a video about that. So, to kind of bring this video to a close, I just wanted to reiterate, guys, soul travelers, we are powerful beings that have been severed from that power. We have been made blind to it. The power of our infinite, unconditional love and magic. It's like, oh, that doesn't exist. That isn't there. That never happened. No. You're just here in the Matrix. And we get to abuse you and lie to you and gaslight you and feed off of you. We get to elicit and extract that precious essence, that love, that compassion, that magic, that, we get to, by lying to you. And we do that increasingly better and better and better, because that's what it does. They're mimics. So, as true soul travelers here, we owe it to ourselves to be super careful whom we get involved with, what we get involved in, where we get involved, right? Anybody who does not introspect, who does not genuinely go within, anybody who does not genuinely not only receive your compassion, but gives it back to you. Reciprocation, empathy, compassion. You know it when you receive it because it is good and it's warm and it's genuine. And you sense that you have that deep felt appreciation and gratitude for it. Another thing they do not have. That's why they're like bottomless pits. For a soul traveler, when we receive love from another soul traveler, it's like, oh, that feels really good, thank you. There is a sense of deep, warm appreciation and gratitude. The demons, the narcs, don't have that. There is no gratitude and there is no appreciation. It's like water. It goes straight through them, it comes out the other end, and so they always need more and more and more and more and more, you know. They're like a leaky tap. I mean, always look out for one thing as well. They're incredibly ineffectual. They really just are. They have these pretenses at creativity. But like that woman's photos, right? I fucking kid you not, but every single one of them had a fucking great big electricity pylon in it, or a chemtrail, or more than one chemtrail. What the fuck? They're not good to animals. They only pretend at being able to love, so they don't treat animals very well at all. They're very ineffectual at anything creative. It's like Pablo Picasso, for example, right? If you look at his art, absolutely disgusting and horrible shit, but they're lauded as, wow, what a great artist. The guy was a fucking demon. Watch out for that. Watch out for how ineffectual they are, for how crap they are at everything, because they really just are, man. Everything they fucking do, they don't do it very well at all. Be aware of that, guys. Know how you feel when you're with another soul traveler, when you're having a conversation, when you're sharing experiences. You know you're with another soul traveler. You feel it. And there is reciprocatory, it's reciprocatory, you know. With a demon or a narc, you give, they take, end off. And then poof, they just drop you, that's it. You know, what I've been doing, 33, fucking hell. 33 thing going on again, man. I mean, I've never ever seen so many 33s, and a very meaningful 33 came up in the Matrix movie toward the end, which is very, very meaningful. I actually really feel quite excited about doing that video. I think I'll probably call it The Matrix Decoded. Because the 33 is profoundly meaningful for, I think, all soul travelers. It is the number of mastery over this realm. It is a code, as it were, the code key, that the power of love will always be victorious, no matter what, and no matter how they lie or betray or steal or misappropriate or gaslight or whatever it is they do, however it is they do, whatever it is, these fucking demons that look so real but aren't, they won't win. They do not have what we have. They have no love, guys. They have nothing. They have nothing but an envious, poisonous hatred. And there is no doubt more to all of that. You know, there is. But this is as far as I've gotten at the moment. And it's that whole betrayal factor, which I know all soul travelers will have been subjected to. I really feel that, you know, like being severely bullied in school, having all these people that we thought were friends that have betrayed us most horrifically, hurt our feelings badly, having been in relationships with people for years that you thought were this or that and turned out to be that and that, and all of it, and just family betrayals, just the whole outcast factor, the whole kind of like you're literally surrounded by them, by this malevolent, demonic energy your entire life. Wow. It's a shocking thing. I've got to go, guys, because my phone's ringing. All my love to all of you.